Hi, I'm Paul Vacheski. Starting another video here on increasing your profits. One of the video series that I've been working on here is just some extra things you as a property manager or landlord can do to basically make a little bit more money. So in today's video, we're going to talk about modification of the standard rent payment. So let's run through this scenario here. So on a standard monthly rent payment, your tenant is going to pay, let's say $1,200 a month. Maybe that's the going rate here, right? At the beginning, you're going to collect a $1,200 security deposit. In Nebraska, where I'm at, the most that we can collect for a security deposit is 1 month's rent. Okay, so over an annual period, a 12-month period, total revenue now we're going to collect $14,400 in rent. Plus, we're going to collect this $1,200 security deposit, which is the tenant's. It's not ours. We can't count it as income until we start making deductions for damages and stuff, but we do collect it. So here's what I like to do, and when I work with my consulting clients, we do look at this program. So one of the things that we can do is offer the tenant a modified rent schedule. The tenants absolutely love this program. I can tell you that based on my experience, I've had clients as many as 70% of their portfolio operates under this modified rent schedule because the tenants love it. The reason is, well, let's talk about what the modified schedule is. So in lieu of coming up with the $1,200 security deposit at the time of the lease signing, we offer them a higher rent price. So instead of a $1,200 a month rent price, they're going to pay $1,350, for example. Okay, so that is a net gain of $150 per month in rent. It's rent, right? So why it's so popular is the tenant at the time of signing, they're going to have to come up with the first month's rent, plus they're going to have to come up with the security deposit. That's a total of $2,400. Now, if we can go to the tenant and say, listen, I'm going to up your rent by $150 a month, but you only have to bring $1,200, I will tell you the tenants love this program. Okay, they love this idea. The other thing is not everybody qualifies for this. You have to have a qualification process in place. And if this tenant or prospective tenant does fit the criteria that you've established, then you might want, that's when you offer it to them. So I like to look at how is their past rent experience, what's their credit score. Like for example, we may have a minimum credit score of 750. Those type of things. It's your tenant selection policy, whatever you want, that's what you put into place, but it has to be a little bit stricter than normal to qualify. So let's take a look at the modified rent schedule. They're going to pay $1,350 in rent. They're going to pay, or you're going to collect $0 in security deposits. That's an annual gross revenue of $16,200, and that means you're going to, under this program, you're going to make $1,800 more than you normally would. Now, I know what you're asking is, well, what if they destroy the property, the risk, those type of things? Well, that's a great question, and there is a little bit of risk in the first 8 months, okay? I have a break-even analysis under this scenario here where on the 8th month, you're going to break even. That means you will have collected the $1,200 on the 8th month that you would have collected initially, so the money is there. So there's a little bit of risk in the first few months. But every month thereafter, it's $150 profit to you. Okay, so if they do actually do damages, you're still going to have collected, at least equal to the security deposit. And quite frankly, if they stay for a year, you're going to end up collecting more. And here's the great thing about this program. If you have a portfolio where maybe your average tenancy is 18 months, 24 months, 36 months, or something like that, remember, at the end of the 12-month period, this number does not drop to $1,200. It stays at $1,350. That means after that 8th month, on the 9th month and beyond, that's $150 extra every month in profit, okay? So it's just another idea, a little trick to maybe increase your bottom line, maybe make a little bit of extra money, maybe collect a little bit more from the tenant in case there is damage. Because remember, if they do damage, at least in the state that I'm in, $1,200 is it. Now, certainly we could try to go after them. It's very difficult to go after them after the fact. That gives us more money to actually make the repairs. One last thing, if you're a third-party manager, you need to make sure, it all starts with the management contract. You have to talk to your owner and work out the details as far as who's going to get to keep this extra $150 per month. So you need to negotiate that. And the last thing is you need to make sure that this is clearly outlined in your lease agreement, okay? We want no ambiguity. We don't want the judge to say, if the tenant takes you to court, that no, what I thought I was signing is something saying that they were just collecting every month a little bit of the security deposit. No, no, no. In the lease, we're going to have your rent price is $1,350. Your security deposit is $0. No ambiguity. It's all objective. So that's all I have. I hope this video has been beneficial. You might give it a try if you have 10 rental properties. Maybe you take one and experiment with it. Experiment with this number here to see what you come up with. I'd love for your comments and your feedback down below in the comments. If you could leave a comment, I'd appreciate that. Like our Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, happy landlording.